team battle, right? So I'm going to be focusing on my friends, colleagues at Richmond Junior Chess Club. In particular, I'm going to be focusing with the players, with the games played by the people belonging to this club. SorenChessCoach here. Let me also double check something on YouTube because I want to share the link with our coverage. We've got less than an hour, I think. Share the link with our coverage. We've got less than an hour, I think. So that would be okay. So now we're gonna look into the games. If any of my friends wants to join in and discuss what's going on here, they're more than welcome. Or if parents of some of our students would be interested in communicating, again, they are more than welcome. So I'm using now my chess coach page, Soren Chess Coach. So we're going to be looking at an ending now, and there is a pawn majority here. So yeah, there is a black pawn that will keep the white king busy. And now we're going to try to promote, but actually no, it's going to end up in a draw. Too late now. Too late for black because the king will not be able to moving out. And if I understand correctly, did someone... What's going on here? Okay, I think they got flagged or something. Okay, that's a shame. Okay, let me try and see what other games of the Richmond Junior Chess Club students are taking place right now. Where is our boys and girls? Okay, that's Sussex, Richmond Junior Chess Club. Okay, yeah, totally. This one is in progress right now. And the player with white had won. I can see here plus 23 points. Okay. So that just finished. I'm looking for games that take place right now. So bear with me, guys, for a sec. So what other live games happen right now, guys? Let me see. Junior Chess Club. Who's playing, guys? Pawn to c4. Yorkshire, Sussex. Yorkshire, this and that. Okay. Just try and pick up a game of one of our students, colleagues, and friends. Warwickshire Juniors. So where's our boys play? Okay, let me go to the clubs list. Left click on this guy here. Okay. Let me see if they play like this. I'm going to open up another window. Okay, there it is. Okay, we're going to look at this one. So Andrew Lee playing for Richmond Junior Chess Club. So he is being white here. So I guess he himself later on, or his parents or friends, could revisit the stream if they wish so. Okay, let's look at this one here and assess the position here. So black captured. You can't do knight c3 because you're going to lose. So castle short. Is black going to castle long or is going to develop the bishop? Castle long. That's what he chose to play. Okay, so the question is now, by the looks of it, if you're going to block this pawn advancement, or you're going to play bishop f3, which one do you think, guys? It's more applicable. Again, you're more than welcome to communicate your best thoughts in regards to the current position. Bishop f3 had been chosen. That's what Andrew played. Bishop f3 attacks the queen and some pressure on the b7 black pawn. Queen moved away to safety, obviously. He continues the development. He wants to develop. Hitting the bishop on f4 now with the pawn. It might be a pawn storm, but I guess you got to play bishop g3. But he develops first something with tempo. Notice if bishop takes, pawn's gone taken, then rook suddenly attacks the queen. And again, pressure on the a7 black pawn. Okay. he's coming, black's coming with those pawns G and H. Obviously, he wants to push them. That makes a lot of sense. That pawn comes down alarmingly. At the same time, might allow some bishop to play, but you got to be careful with this guy coming down. Knight now almost kind of forcing black to take because it was attacking the queen, the b7, the bishop, and the pawn on d3. So he sort of decided to trade, more or less forced bishop to e4. Now those guys will be moving down for sure. Battery now c7 targeted, c6 to stop, but also might allow something like b4, b5, just, you know, asking for a friend. I think it is possible. It is possible. Okay. Should I leave them another message in terms of our coverage? Well, I hope they don't take offense if I cover this, right? Okay. Andrew to play. So now he actually sacked here on c6, which opens up the black king's position even more. Bishop retreated now. Queen plays on to a4. I wonder what's in his mind with this one. Okay, attacking the bishop, rook fe1 to defend. As we said previously, those guys want to come down, those black pawns. Challenging now. Queen c3, played by Andrew here. Taking, you are in check and forked, so you sort of have to react to this. You have to respond. Yes, absolutely not taking. You mustn't take on h3 because you open up the rook and the bishop. Totally not, exactly. You have to keep it closed nicely, g2, g3, and all is cool here. By the way, guys, my friends and colleagues and stuff, they don't hear my live comment. So it's just me and you guys, so to speak, my friends and viewers on my channels. Queen takes a7 now, check. White should be winning here. Already blitzing. 3 minutes 15, 5 minutes for black, but white should be winning. Now the queen also attacks the bishop and protects against the possible check, but queens will be trading, I hope so very much, but black just simply resigned. So now we're going to go to watch another game, guys. So that was one of our friends, our Richmond Junior Chess Club, and I'll try find another game of our boys and girls. They are playing in this event, 56th InterCounty Team Battle. Okay, who else is playing? Let me see. Let me see if Liam plays. Okay. Oh, Richard Jr. Takel. Okay, let's look at this fella. All right, so Liam actually playing with black. Okay, Liam playing with black. Liam is a strong player. The guy is 2300 in the blitz. He's way faster than myself, and he probably gonna win every single bullet he might be playing against me. He's going to win it, and he's definitely incredibly fast, and he's got a great future ahead. Okay, queen had to move away. Of course, he was hit by the rook, defended by the bishop, so you can't touch it. Rook takes, and now bishop forks the two rooks. Hello, Shaban. Thanks for joining, man. It's one of my clubs I'm working with, Richmond Junior Chess Club, and I'm covering their event. They're playing in the 56th InterCounty Team Battle. So, you know, I'm covering just the games of our boys and girls at the club. Maybe some of the parents might be interested. Checkmate is coming. It is a bit stoppable, but it's just what is. It's a bit painful here. So I guess the only way, correct me if you think I'm wrong, actually it doesn't work because queen is going, but I mean, you can only delay it. Yeah, well, okay, just practically just resigning at this stage. Yeah, exactly. You can only delay it. It's, yeah. So black is winning. Probably white should be just resigning at this stage now. Okay. Queen would have been possible to check. King goes on the E, and then Liam could have played either of the rooks, but that works too. He can afford the luxury to play this kind of stuff. There is no danger of the back rank checkmate because the king can escape. And now king itself, I think Liam is just playing at this stage. Yeah, it's checkmate in one. And he actually does deliver the checkmate, my friends. Okay, so that was one particular game. Let me look at other folks playing. Okay, from our boys and girls playing right now, let me refresh the page. So everyone is welcome to typing in comments and ideas about playing this or that, or why was that a bad move, what might be the good move, and so forth. So guys, dear parents, friends, friends of the players, you're welcome to making your comments, of course. And folks at other clubs, if they join the stream, they're also more than welcome. So, what is going on with this guy game? Hold on a sec. Trying to pick up something here. Is he playing? Let me look at this game. Okay, cool. Again, Andrew for white, representing Richmond Junior Chess Club, and Marcus Warwickshire. Okay, cool. Right. A bit of a double pawns here, but the queens have disappeared. And there is no dark square bishop, therefore it's kind of cool. And this guy is a bit more active than the knight, which currently is a little bit stuck. He can't move anywhere for the time being, blocked by its own guys. You don't want to draw here, do you? So, okay, so moving the king. Also, you can't give up on the d file. So you can't say you're going to move away the rooks. I mean, you could try rook g1, I guess. But probably rook's going to take or not. He tries to redeploy the knight, but where? Does he want to come here and then play here? Perhaps. It's an idea. Nicely connected white pawns on E and F file. Knight now attacks. King defends. It could be checkable. It is checkable on knight h4. Exactly, but king can move, including attacking the knight. But, yeah, it's a possibility. Anyway, knight has to go back now. Unless you want to play something else crazy, which is not advisable. It will be a bit of a mistake to push f5 to my understanding, because knight's going to come on e5 and outpost attacking bishop, this square, this square, this square. So you don't want to play, my friends, you don't want to play f5 because you're going to be creating a lot of weaknesses for on the dark square, and the black knight would take advantage. c6 now. Moving the bishop to safety, still maintaining the control over the d file. That's a little bit of dancing back and forth. That's not going to do anything in particular. I don't see what's the deal with... Yeah, now you could push it actually safely, because now you took the g6 available from the knight. f7 can't be pushed because it's a pin here, so pawn can't move. King is in check. I think white can take initiative now and figure it out a way. Maybe centralizing the king. Maybe you want to get... Yeah, that's just painful. Where does he want to go? Here? You're not going to go anywhere. Exactly right, as I said. It's like he hears me. Of course he doesn't hear me, guys. No one hears me. It's just me and the viewers. Okay. Rook f8. Sure, of course, you got to play the rook. Now pushing the pawn on the c. He probably wants to make the knight completely inoperable. Double attack on this guy, though. You got to be careful about some rook or something. Or you got to take care with that pawn. Okay, he chooses to push. Pushing the knight back on the 8th rank. c5 now. Observe, please, guys, that the black knight really doesn't have too many options here. I mean, whatever you try go with the knight doesn't exist. Hello, David. How's it going, mate? I'm covering an event for one of the clubs I'm working with. It's my friends and colleagues at Richmond Junior Chess Club. So covering this inter-county event. We've got some of our students playing in this event, and I'm just commenting the live games. I'm covering the live games, and thank for joining the stream, fellas, if you came via WhatsApp or whatever other platforms you guys are using. Absolutely. Spot on, Shubham. The bishop on b3 is incredibly powerful. If you throw in a rook, you already got a problem here. You don't even have to react to take on c5 because the rook just takes this guy. I mean, it's toast. That's it. You're going to have a discover check now, or double check, or you name it. I mean, yeah, the king's going to come back, though. The king is going to come back. I wonder if you can just play it in this. No, you got to play right at the very end for attacking either h or this. So you got to try this actually for a checkmate. So I think you should be trying that one next time. Perhaps you're going to think about that idea. So let me just go back. What if white would have played rook h because the king can't approach, and perhaps you could just simply deliver a very deadly checkmate. Anyway, he played rook g7, knight plays, check now again. Stopping though, king to g8 takes. Okay, black should be resigning here. It's just simply done. Yes, that is correct. That's correct. Rook g8 would have worked as well because the white pawn covers all those dark square. Spot on, Shuba. Okay, so black probably should be resigning here. There is no way to be continuing this. Let me go to, of course, Richmond Juniors. Where are our boys and girls playing? Let me look at the young Luca. Let me see what Luca plays. Where is his game? Is he playing? Is Luca playing? Where is he? Luca, where are you, bud? Let me see if Luca plays. Is a young student. All right, he ain't here yet. Okay, let me look at... This guy's playing. This guy's playing. Who's playing? This guy's... Okay, that had finished, apparently. That had finished. Okay. So covering this 56 now with an emphasis on the Richmond Junior Chess Club's games. So we are going to pay attention to this club in particular. Andrew, are you playing? Okay, he playing. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. Alrighty. So now having the blacks. Moving twice the same piece in the opening, but he's gonna play d5, probably. There you go. d5, defending and also attacking. Knight attacks now the queens. And notice, guys, the knight is pinned. So I'm not sure that he should have played that knight twice in the opening, honestly now. Yes, it is. It is indeed. So queen to... I'm not sure that was the wiser, but anyway, the king is in the center, guys, and the king shouldn't be... I mean, you've got to try to castle as quickly as you can. Probably that's the safest thing. It's the best. Yeah, as I had anticipated, white will throw everything they have at the... okay-ish, I guess. f6, it's not a move I would normally play. I think I would have castled, but anyway. f6. The reason I'm not very keen on that, notice again, guys, you take with the bishop. Yeah, it just feels a little bit. It just feels a little bit flimsy here. There is something I don't like. That shouldn't be like this for black. He should have castled. Some of them, the most advanced guys, are being coached by my colleagues, David Okiki, Paul McEwen, and Adam and Rick and others. I'm dealing with the, I'm teaching the intermediate classes, and every now and then the novices, the beginners, but my group is the intermediate students at Richmond Junior. So, yeah, there's something here uncomfortable about having the king here, you know, on f7. I didn't pay particular attention. I was just discussing now. Now, there is, okay, you try to use maybe some rook here. For the time being, knight's being attacked by the queen. So, okay, he moved the knight to safety. Okay. Perhaps bishop d6, perhaps rook g8 amongst this move, perhaps just queen. Okay, he plays bishop f6. Okay. He made sure there is no knight coming on e5 anymore. All right, it's three defenders for that square. Okay. Yeah, it's also not very appealing for white to play c3. Pawn takes, bishop takes, targeting two rooks at the same time. So that's not going to happen. Okay. So again, rook g8 seems to be very good. You get a bishop out, you play the other rook. I said c3, but I'm not very convinced about the c3 because I think it favors black here. So now bishop takes c3 with fork here. There is one particular little thing. After bishop c3, my friends, there is one tactical idea. I wonder, yeah, that's exactly what he does now, Andrew. He blocks the queen b3, which would have checked the king and attacked the bishop, just to put it in perspective. So he takes care of the bishop b3, but now queen c2 defends c3. Dear friends and parents, bishop c3 can't happen because the queen is here. And as I said previously, rook to g8 now on an open file, aiming at g. You could actually take the knight because the pawn is pinned. Pawn can't take because it's pinned absolutely by the rook. So queen threatens to take on f3, knight cannot move. Rook defends the knight, so he thought, okay, you're going to take my guy, I'm going to take your guy, so I'm cool. But this one is coming. I think you want to play this. I don't know why. I just got a feeling that he wants to play that, but he doesn't play that. He gets a rook. He activates all his pieces. I guess bishop d5 could have been an option. It might have been an option too. Bishop d5. But anyway, he went for rook a e8. I don't think in principle it's wrong to activate all your pieces. I think it's quite cool. Checkmate threat, my friends. Queen g2, just checkmate. Knight can't do nothing because of the bishop, and you got to play something like g3, which will come at a big cost, weakening the light squares. Oopsie. So if you do g3 with white here, you're weakening the light squares, in principle, saying. Okay, but that's just... Oh, come on, mate. Okay, just take with the knight. Knight takes, bishop takes. I think it's cool. Yeah, there is a little bit of happening, still a little bit of happening here. It's forced, my friends, because it's check. The king is in check and the queen is attacked as well. So now knight takes and bishop takes. And bishop takes. And again, I think white needs to solve the g2 checkmate coming. So how do you solve this? You're going to play rook g3 or what? If you play rook g3, there is a bishop. Okay, trading off the queen, so rook's going to take again. And I think from a material point of view, black is a little bit better because this guy's hanging. Okay, rook's going to take now. And afterwards, I think you need to play bishop d7 because you need to have double defense on the e8 rook. You know, rook takes, bishop takes. So probably would be safest unless he comes up with another tactic. Maybe he's going to play bishop d7. I don't know. I mean, what else do you play here? If not bishop d7. Well, you could move the rook if you want to. I don't know. You want to move the rook? No, he plays bishop d7 exactly as I would have played. Although I don't think he was my student. But anyway, that's what I would have played. It makes sense. He wants to trade off the pieces because when you have material advantage, that's something we always tell our friends and students. And you need to simplify the position. You need to make it more controllable. You need to go for trading off the pieces, exchange everything that might be potentially dangerous, keep it simple, go with the advantage. Here for black would be, this is a weakness, isolated pawn, a2, c3, you just go and take them. If white wants to trade off the rook, so be it, I'm perfectly happy. Now mentioning bishop c6 after rook captures a2, and you already attacked the g2 square. So I think white is a little bit toast here. I think the guys at our club do amazing. I think they do absolutely amazing. Andrew absolutely delivers. So kudos to you, brother. Yeah, so now rook e2 defends a2, but he goes for the other weakness because exactly as I highlighted, not just a2 is a weakness, but also c3 is a weakness. Okay, he tries desperately to create some counter game, but it's too many breaches here. Rook c3 is just going for the kill for the weaknesses, which are everywhere. Hi there, Perry00. Thanks for joining via kick.com, I reckon. I'm multi-streaming, guys, on a few. Okay, so now go for the simplification. I guess white wants to take with the rook to defend this guy. I'm covering a chess event, mate. How are you? How's it going? Okay. Right, so rook now defends the pawn on c5, checks. And he should be resigning, but okay, given the fact it's just the blitz, soon to be a bullet, I guess you can keep playing. But then again, check and combine with bishop c6 and the rook, I think it's going to be even more difficult. White rook can't do too much currently, can't give any checks, any nothing. And it's difficult. There is no good move. If king parts ways from g2, rook just takes straight away. So this is a game won by black here. Perry, if you want to sell digital products, I'm not interested. So thank you very much, my friend. I'm just doing chess now, so I don't want any logos for the time being. Thank you very much, Perry. Enjoy the chess if you want to. Right, rook c2, and yeah, 1 minute and less than 1 minute soon enough, and it's going to be problematic, more problematic for white. Exactly, bishop c6 with tempo, he doesn't even bother about this. I guess you could have taken the pawn. I think he's just playing now, Andrew. I mean, this is a game anyway. So bishop c6 attacks and g2. If it's chess-related, Perry, if it is chess-related, yes. Again, if you go with the digital products, no. Okay, king to g6 attacking the rook. Rook check, but that doesn't mean anything. I guess you're going to move king to f6? Of course you can. I guess you can. Why doesn't he play bishop c6 as I... okay, now a little bit too late, but this guy is hanging. So you could potentially just take that pawn. He should take the pawn. Oh, he goes for the queen. Okay. But white is having a pawn majority here. Maybe it would have been wiser. Just maybe, just saying, maybe it would have been wiser for black to take the pawn and then just push this guy. Black's going to have a pawn majority here and a rook. Okay, you still got a pawn here. Okay, that's true. Okay, maybe that for the better. You always have the rook on a3, pushing the king on the back and things, but they might be coming maybe via this way. You always have this, and this guy is falling. I think it's very, very winnable for black. Even at this stage now, it's incredibly well. Oh, okay, cool, Perry. Okay, so if it's chess, you're more than welcome. Rook a3 checks the king, forcing the king actually to take a decision. Either the king goes on the second rank, or they go on to e4, and then, you know, you're kind of losing. Okay, it's going to be bishop takes g4 check. Bishop takes g4 check, and no, Perry, no, thank you. All right, guys, let's focusing on check. Black rook here on f3 threatens to take on f4. Nah, that doesn't work really. That doesn't. Nothing works here. Bishop to f5, and that's about it. Okay, he goes for the queen. That works too, I guess. That works too, I guess. Okay, you can attack with the king. You could do very many things here. You can't take it because it will be an almighty skewer. Look at the skewer here, guys. If rook takes a2, it's rook f2. Checks the king, forcing them away, and you capture the rook for free. So they can't take it. How do you defend? I don't know. Just play bishop e6, I guess. Play bishop e6. You're cementing that pawn. There you go. Andrew just played it. He's a very good player. Again, you could go, I don't know, whatever. You could just play the rook. To safety, that is. I wonder, could you have taken the pawn, sacking this guy? If rook takes, you're actually getting a queen. I think he could have played it. So, parents and colleagues, I think rook takes on f4 would have been very much playable right now. No, because rook takes with tempo check, and then you didn't do nothing. So, yes. No, you couldn't have sacked it. Apologies. Rook to h3 here now, attacking this guy, clearing the way for another pass pawn. So he's going to create another pass pawn here, Andrew. He's going to create another pass pawn. The h4 is going to disappear. So that's about it. And given the fact that Rainbow Riding Jewels has gotten 17 seconds, it's not going to be very helpful. Oh, they got increment too, but still doesn't help. Well, white is lost here. He should be resigning. Okay, apologies, guys. They moved a couple of things. Sorry, I got lost in some... Yeah, okay, there's no point into this. Okay, black's winning. So, guys, I'm going to go to another game. I mean, black's winning here. I hope you're not going to do any stalemate or anything, right? No, checkmate is coming into moves. That's it, back rank checkmate. Excellent play, Andrew. Cool stuff, dude. All right, who else is playing? Let me go. Jonathan Chess. Okay. Jonathan Chess. Who else is playing, guys? One of our boys or girls, Richmond Jr. Luca, are you playing? Hey, Luca's playing. Let's watch Luca. Where is he? Where is Luca? Anirudh. Luca, are you playing? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, my favorite checkmate, knight and bishop. Wait, is this our boys? Wait. No, that's not. But, guys, this is a checkmate. Checkmate is going to happen here in the corner. Exactly, it's the W technique. You're going to play here. Okay. This one. He knows it. Hey, those of you guys that say it never going to happen, the checkmate with knight and bishop. There you go, fellas. Checkmate with the knight and bishop. Coming in 2 moves. Fantastic. Very well delivered, Mr. Blunderbuss 09 CM. Cool stuff. I'm very happy to see someone just executing over the board a knight and bishop checkmate. That was cool. By the way, you can check also my latest YouTube video. It also deals with knight and bishop checkmate. Let me look at this one. This is our boy, right? Oh, but that's it finished. I'm looking for live games, my friends. Particularly Richmond Junior Chess Club. So where are they? Is this guy? Yeah, he is with us, but is the game in progress or something? Okay. Is Yukai Lee playing? Is he playing or not? No, that's not our boys. Okay. I don't. Okay, where are they? Liam. Okay, let's watch Liam. Okay, let's watch Liam. Another strong player in our club. Liam being oh, he won the game. This one finished so quickly. Oh, well, I came at the end. It's move number 23. It wasn't that quickly. I just came very late. Okay, what other live games have we got here? Any Richmond Junior Chess Club? Ashton. Who's Ashton playing for? Yorkshire, Warwickshire, or Jays. Have we got any Richmond Junior right now playing? Okay. Well, they're ranging from 6, 7 years old and, you know, up to, you name it, 15, 16, 17. They are in 3 categories. They are, well, 3 broad categories, let's say, beginners, intermediates, and advanced. But each of these groups has also divisions in itself. Beginners 1, 2, novices, intermediates 1, 2, 3, advanced 1, 2, 3. So they also have subcategories, you know, in order to placing the students at the right level. So is there anyone in our club playing? Are these guys playing? Liam. Liam is black. That was a rhetorical question. Of course he can't hear me. Yeah, for 27-year-olds, we're going to do it via the stream right now. So that's very cool. Yes, it's particularly the advanced guys are being coached by my other colleagues. I'm dealing with the intermediates. So yes, Liam, who's faster than me and probably going to beat me if we play again, or maybe I'm going to take my revenge, you never know. He's an incredibly promising chess student. He's absolutely killing it. His rating is higher than mine, and he's just a destroyer. He plays incredibly good chess. He's probably going to be GM very soon. Okay. So he is being black here. Let me flip the board. Actually, no, I don't need to flip the board. So what's he doing here? He's actually... Yeah, that's it. He's winning. That's another one game for Liam. Yeah, that doesn't help. Nothing helps here for white. Unfortunately, it's a big no. That nothing helps. Exactly. Pushing the pawn. King attacks the knight. Knight 10. Knight is pinned now. You're going to make a battery. It doesn't matter. Rook takes, knight takes. It just doesn't matter. So, guys, Liam is having pawn majority on the queen side here. You can't play. That's it. Everything falls down. Everything falls. Everything crumbles away. You don't even have to react to this pawn. They are being just thrown aimlessly. Okay, queen is coming. That's it. Game over. He is an incredibly strong player, Liam, and he does very good games, as you can see. So awesome. Also, I think former students of the Richmond Junior Chess Club I'm working with is Luke McShane, is the very strong grandmaster that is playing during the British Chess Championship 2024. He also attended the Richmond Junior Chess Club. Okay. What else is here? Are these guys playing? Yes, this is our boy. Okay. He was intermediate once, but now he's going to the advanced, and he's playing a game against the CM. So that would be a very nice event. If I could tell him now not to rush it, Yukai, don't rush it. Okay. He develops. Cool stuff. Okay, he played the Giuoco piano, right? With the bishop c4. Okay. Queen to e7. Black might do castle long, not necessarily short, but actually queen e7 doesn't tell you exactly. Okay, he attacks the bishop. He pushes the bishop back. He could even try to push this guy a bit more. He could also play knight to e3 and then some knight to f5 potentially. Knight e3, knight f5. Okay, if you take here, black probably going to take with the queen to preserve the pawn structure. Okay, I'm going to watch this game in particular because this is a CM with black playing against one of our young students. So I'm really interested. He's having a very, very difficult mission here. Yokai having a very, very tough game right now. Bishop e6. If you don't take, probably you got to play queen to b3, I guess. Reinforce the bishop. Bishop takes, queen takes, and then you're going to push b5 sooner or later. He took. Okay, queen is very active though on the light squares. Bishop e3. Okay, he wants to neutralize this bishop on to a7. Okay, bishop takes, knight takes. Yukai is playing. He is delivering. I think he should castle. Probably I think you should castle here. Well, you could play the queen, but where? Because you got to keep an eye on the b3 square. So what do you do? Queen c2 here. What do you do exactly? I guess you could play... Yeah, I think it's good to castle for the time being, guys. I think it's good to castle. Okay. You might have some knight h4, knight coming. You might be playing in this fashion. Black prepares a d6 to d5 for sure. He's preparing. He's preparing the d pawn's advancement for sure. I think it is. Yeah, it's an official online game. Yes. Tournament. Sorry. Right. Yeah, he did exactly as I said. Black was preparing to push the d5. He refuses the trade because there is a d3 backward weak pawn already targeted twice. It doesn't look very appealing. Because if this guy falls, the knight on c4 loses the defense. So I don't know what to say. I think he probably rushed it a little bit. Anyway, he plays CM, so I guess it's top business. Yeah. I guess now black, you know what black's calculating? Black's calculating, exactly as I said. Knight d3. Knight on c4 no longer has a pawn defending. So knight had taken now on d3. Of course, you take back, but you take with the rook. You can't take with the queen because the rook takes your queen. So now he threatens to take the black knight with the rook, and then queen collects on c4. Okay, keep playing it. You never know. You know. He plays nice c4. Okay. A little bit the dance of the dragons now. Knight to f5 here. Okay. What do you do? Play rook fe1. Let black take the rook on d. Don't take it yourself, or you want to claim it yourself. Knight on f4 puts a little bit of pressure here. I guess long term, he might be thinking about this kind of stuff. As long as you have the queen on c2. Is it necessary to play this one now? What does he want to do? Knight f5 now. He wants to make black to weaken things. Queen to g6, checkmate threat. There you go. Now what do you play? Knight g3. No, he plays knight h4, attacking and defending. Hey, Yukai is a resourceful young man. I'm going to congratulate him if I meet him during the summer camp. Queen goes to g5. Okay, if you move either of the two knights, it might be problematic. This guy is no longer defended. What do you play? How do you move your knights, particularly after g6? What is Yukai going to play? I don't know. I really don't know. How are you going to deal with that? Exactly my fault. I'm sorry, Yukai. I think you got an issue, mate. Yeah. Because now g6, my friends, rightfully so, he resigned here. g6 actually attacks the knight. You move that guy, whatever you want to move the knight. And the h4 is hanging. And that's about it. And at this level, you're playing a candidate master. You lose a piece. You as good as done. That was about it. So I'm happy I've covered Yukai's game. What other boys or girls have we gotten available this evening playing from our club? Luca. Where is the young student Luca? Is he playing? Looking at Luca. Oh, okay. I haven't covered this one. Okay, so let's look. Is one of our boys? Yes, Jonathan. Jonathan plays with black. Okay, cool. Well, this is an outside pass pawn. Whose turn is it? White's turn. 3 minutes each. Okay. White is defending a2. Black attacks it, but only what? Can you fix the weakness? I don't know what else can you do. Can you fix the weakness and try to double up here? Okay, he plays h6 first. Okay. Not a bad thing in itself, but I'm really thinking, yeah, I think you probably need to think about this kind of stuff. Rook to a3 and then double up the rooks. Maybe you can attack this guy. This guy has to be eliminated. The pawn on a2 must be captured. Other than that, I don't know what else you could play now. You can't push the pawn, really. What else? Do you want to give 2 rooks for a queen? Or you want to try this? Rook, queen takes... I don't know. What's this queen to d7 doing? I don't know what's it doing. I really don't know what's doing. Maybe he should have played queen a3 or something. Okay, take now. Rook takes and win the pawn on a2. Come on. Jonathan, take on that. That's it. Good man. Took on a2. That's cool. I think actually now I'm starting being slightly optimistic for Jonathan's chances. Oh, White shouldn't have played this because now it creates a weakness. Oopsie, look at the guy on e3. I don't think you even have to react to this stuff here. Just go for the pawn, man. Just go for the pawn, and when they gonna take back with the pawn I get. Oh, he is a really good boy. He goes for the second rank, getting the rooks together and threatening some incredibly lethal blow there on g2. I think he should do it now. Should he? He did it. He is a feisty boy. He did the right stuff. Now goes for the g2. White can't defend g2. Good news for black, that is. You can't defend g2, but you can play a little bit of funky stuff with this pawn, you know? But you take with tempo. That's the stuff. And then the knight joins the party. You better take that white pawn now. He better take the pawn now, and then she should take on h2. So if Jonathan gonna revisit the stream later on, good man. So now he took the pawn here. Oh yeah, absolutely, Yash, absolutely. So one of these students are really improving day by day, and they are serious committed players at Richmond Junior Chess Club, and the guys improve and they're getting stronger. My colleagues are super coaches, and they tell them a lot of good stuff. So White to play now. So totally black should be winning here. Black should. There is one little detail here. But White can't make it. You can't get the rooks to attack on the 7th rank. You need to engineer all sorts of things here. There might be something. Probably he should have considered a bishop here with the rook. He missed it, I think. But anyway, he does the right stuff. There is also the danger. So if you had moved the bishop, would have been the danger with rook g2. He takes on h2 anyway, and I think this move is also coming. Yeah, I think black should be winning. So if you move the bishop, you're running into this kind of things. If the bishop leaves away. So black is having the initiative here. After knight to g4, I don't know. Anything works here. Really, I think, I don't know, you could even trade or maybe not trade. Hold on a sec, let me think. Why not just play knight? Exactly. Why not just play the knight? He played the knight on g5, he attacks the e3, he supports the knight a little bit more. Trade, okay, you're going to take back with the rook, and you're threatening to grab another pawn, forking 2 white pieces. Takes, as Hikaru Nakamura says. Takes, simplify the game when you've got a billion pawns. Well, not quite a billion pawns. You got 4 black pawns connected, mind you. 4 black pawns all connected, and white is having 2 isolated pawns on E, respectively. G file, so white is losing. I'm not using any engine during my live stream, but afterwards, definitely we can have a look and discuss friendly together, my friends, about the other potential alternatives moves here. So white doesn't have good moves. White does not have good moves. That's a check, but that's just a bluff. You're going to move the king. Obviously, it's a forced move, by the way. This guy is hanging. Okay, he goes for this pawn. He goes for the pawn on f7. He pushes. There will be another check here. It will be an... My God, that's a fork. That was a blunder. That was a blunder. He shouldn't have pushed that pawn. That was a bit of a blunder. He missed it. Ugh. Currently is a full time for the time being. Don't have a vision of the future, but that's what I do currently. Yes, we're talking about the present moment, so yes. Unfortunately, he dropped. The only chance now for black is to try to make use of the pawn majority. Try to make use of the pawn majority. Yeah, he did a little bit of a blunder now. It's getting quite bullet at this stage. That f-pawn move wasn't the right stuff to do. Okay. He goes for the weaknesses. This guy now being attacked twice by the bishop and by the rook. You can't really defend it. Yeah, he tries desperately, but there will be a check from the rook. And also this guy's being attacked. So you can move the king if you want to. And probably white's going to take this pawn. And when they take that pawn on h6, you could take on, you could take then on g3. That's the only chance you got to take. And that's what it is. Try see, maybe you can draw, but, just keep playing because it's bullet. And in the bullet, people do blunder. So, yeah, let's finish this coffee. Okay. Knight now targets the rook, but you can get checked. Yeah, move the king now, and now you're going to get in a pin, my friend. I am sorry. Yes, you're going to get in a pin now. Just try to push this pawn. Okay, he moved out of the... Maybe he should have pushed the pawn. Takes with the pawn, and now he's got two isolated pawns. Oh, no. Oh, no. King's going to move right in front of the pawn. You can't make anything. The only thing you can make is just push that pawn, but you're going to waste a tempo. At some point, you're going to have to move the king away from defending either of the two black pawns. I think he made a big blunder with that f7 to f5. That's when he lost the game, Jonathan. That's when he lost the game. If his parents are watching or he will be watching later on, yeah, we can go back, but that was the moment. f7 to f5 is the blunder. That's it. Yeah, it's gonna be a checkmate. That guy's gonna waste another move. Yeah, that's just okay. It's up to the white now to work out the checkmate. It's a simple checkmate here. We do this with the beginners and the novices, so that. But anyway, the other guy is from another club, just Brendan, playing for another club. That's checkmate. Okay, I'm really sorry about this one, Jonathan. Are these guys playing? Yes. Okay, back to Liam now. Oh, yeah, he was completely winning. He was completely winning. f7, f5, and he actually got forked, and that was it. Liam here being what? Black. Okay, now that's a very cool ending. Very instructive. Hello, Russia. All right. Oh. White just simply resigned. Okay, cool. So that was it. Any live game of one of our students at Richmond Junior Chess Club? Any other live game with one of our boys or girls? Was that here? Okay, let's look at this one. Oh, Yukai again. Okay, cool stuff. That's the game. That's what we're looking at. What color is he? He's white. He's white. Hey, bud, you should be able to... It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. It's a tough one. Okay, if knight moved, but the king gets closer, he shouldn't have played it. He should have moved the rook on the first rank, left or right or something. Yeah, you're getting forked now. Move the king. But then the king gets access to this guy. I'm sorry, Yukai. That guy's going to fall. That was it. Well, black's going to... And there is a sort of pawn majority here. There is a double pawn on the G, but black's winning. That's it. Sorry about this one. Who else is playing from the Richmond Junior? I'm just pick up whatever happens here. Okay, Anirudh. I think so. That's one of our students. Anirudh playing with black. Yes, Anirudh playing for Richmond Junior Chess Club against Yorkshire Junior Chess Association. Okay, cool. That's a lovely middle game. That's a lovely, lovely, beautiful middle game. right now. Kicking the knight away, which might take or not, or go back, or go heck, g5. I don't think that just feels incredibly bad. But also a little bit of the e3 long term, I mean, it might be a potential weakness. I guess he wanted to elicit an answer from black. He wanted to make black do something with that knight. Bishop takes c3, where you're attacking your own guy. That might be something. Bishop to b4 might be something at some point. I hope he don't push the pawn up, because if he pushes the pawn up, he's going to block everything. He might be thinking in the future about the dark squares, diagonal, and such. So c5, I'm not sure is the best stuff for white. He better keep the tension. Okay, he played bishop to d3, battery here, queen and bishop. That's cool. Maybe you're going to be very bold, and now you got to push the a5. I hope the a4. Yes, bingo, good man. Sorry, Toby is white, black is Anirudh. So Anirudh plays with black. Apologies, okay, if I gave the impression I'm rooting for Toby, which I'm pretty sure is a nice chap and all, but okay, Anirudh, boy playing with black. Okay, I should be flipping the board actually, just having the. All right, there is a little bit of a building up of tension here, which I hope it'll be positive. Okay. I don't like the king's position. I don't like now this diagonal here. I just don't like it very much. Okay, he needs to engineer something. Okay, he tries to kick the queen away, but he creates a backward pawn on e6. This is a backward pawn. Queen, okay, queen moves. Queen moves somewhere safe, whatever safety means. Maybe maintaining itself on the e file. Maybe the guy's going to play, okay, rook f8. Why? Okay, backward pawn, as I said. He's going to go, and now he's going to have to waste another tempo playing rook f8 to e8. Exactly. He created a backward weak pawn when he pushed the f pawn. Okay. And there is an issue also with this diagonal. The black king is there. So we might say, guys, that actually the white king is a bit safer than the black king, unfortunately, because our student and friend is Anirudh. Okay, what is he doing with the bishop here, I wonder? What's the stuff with the bishop there? He grabbed the pawn. Okay, but he put himself in a pin. He put himself in a pin. Now I guess he wants to push one of these guys to solidify the... Okay, he makes a battery and a potential threat here if queen runs away. If queen goes God knows where, queen's going to take on g2. Uh-oh, I finished the coffee. This is bad. This is bad. No more coffee. That's a problem. Okay, queen f3. Okay, I'm being a little bit optimistic now about the black's chances, particularly because the e and f pawns are connected and they're coming down, and that's good. Also, the bishop can't be challenged by any pawn. That's also slightly encouraging. Okay, Anirudh, you can do it, mate. You can do it. Okay, black's to move here. What would you play, guys? What would you play? Would you try this? Maybe he blunders. Would you push this pawn? Nah, come on. You don't do that. That battery was in. Okay. What happened? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's a pin. Okay. That's going down. That was it. I think he should have pushed that pawn. Oh no. Okay, game over. I'm sorry. This is game over, Anirudh. Next time. Next time. Okay. Tough one, though. Tough one. What other live games? Let's see what Liam does. Okay, Liam. He is white. Okay. Okie dokie. He is white. What is the king doing on the F? What's the king doing on the F file? That's where the rook is. Oh, you can't move the king anyway, Liam. And whatever you do just doesn't look very good. What are you doing, Liam? Did he try to move incredibly fast? Wait a minute. He's always cooking something, this lad. Knight to e5, targeting the queen. He attacks black now, gives the queen, so to speak, and attacks the other queen, threatening a capture with tempo because of the rook check and then grabbing another piece. Very delicate moment. Very, very delicate moment. Move the queen away, out of the harms from the bishop, from the black pawn. Of course, Yash. When you play bullet or blitz or something, the likelihood to make it, oh my God, c4 right on time. That was a pin. Gee. c4, kicking the bishop away. He better slow down a little bit. Liam is, okay, he better slow down and actually think a little bit more. Okay, right. What's going on here? Knight g4, capturing the queen. Check. If you capture, the bishop's gonna take. This is very, very, very sharp. The king is in check. You have to take the knight. You have to take the knight. There'll be another check, and then what the heck do you do? Where do you go? You gotta give the queen. You're getting cooked because of the bishop diagonal. Just look, okay, this is done. I think he messed up something somewhere. We're not going to analyze now, guys. We're going to come back later on. We're not going to analyze now. Okay. There's a lot of... So I'm trying to covering the live games. That's why I'm not staying with the extensive analysis for each game, because we're not going to see anything live taking place. All right. Queen being... Who's what? Andrew being white here. Okay, that is cool. Because I can sense a battery forming here, and h7 looks like a checkmate coming. That's it. You can't stop the queen takes h7. You could do some rook moving away, though, but there is a check then. King's going to move, and there is another check coming. And, yeah, they could block and stuff, but then a checkmate. Okay, it's checkmate in just, I don't know, 3-4 moves or something? Okay, he cuts off the king from retreating, so he really wants to checkmate. He really wants to checkmate. Oh, no, that's, you know, you got to stay focused. You got to play good moves and stuff. So, yeah. So now checkmate's coming. Into moves. That's it. That's it. Moves and checkmate. That's it. Good stuff, Andrew. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So that was it, ladies and gents, for the 56th InterCounty team battle. That was it. Okay. So now if you guys want to, we can look at some of the games that been played, and we can discuss maybe a bit more about some moments and things. So that was it. Okay. So he lost. Andrew lost in the first game. We can look at that one. He won very many games. He drew twice. He lost twice. That's it. Excellent. That's actually excellent. Absolutely excellent. Very good. Who else is here? Liam. Liam lost just the first game, and he won the rest of them. Well, no, sorry. He lost the last game. Apologies. He won the first, and he lost the 14th game. He drew 3 times. Okay. Let's look actually at the last game he played. Okay, I'm going to have a look here. He is white here. Okay. He played e4, e5, knight c3, f4. Good stuff. That's what I play myself as well here. This is a very tactical, incredibly sharp here now. Takes, attacking the knight with tempo. Knight takes. Now you could develop, for instance, knight f3, and you stop any checks coming from the... Let me just cover. You stop any checks coming from the queen. And if I'm not mistaken, you could also play queen f3 here. But knight f3 is a very healthy choice. He played queen f3, exactly. Let me actually cover everything. I don't want to see what he played. So I don't want to see anything. He makes a pin. Pin is always good. Unpinned. Also, he can play now something like d3. I guess that's a good move. Would you take here now? Would you actually take there? He did take, which I think is good because now queen attacks on e4. And now the black knight has to go. They could attack your queen on tempo though, but anyway, a pawn is a pawn, right? Also, this guy is sort of hanging, you see. This is a very tactical thing. It's not pinned now. Can the black knight on c6 take on e5? Yeah, but then queen takes e4, takes the knight, and also attacks your knight. Yeah, but then the c6, but then you take with tempo. And you got a knight, you still got a knight. So actually, it's quite a delicate one. Knight plays on c5. Okay, he didn't want to lose that guy. Queen goes to e3, attacking the knight. Putting the queen on the e file. a6 now, attacking the bishop on b5. I'm not sure you gotta take, because if you take, bishop takes, and then you might have an issue on the c6 g2 diagonal. So I'm not sure about this. I'm really not sure about this. Bishop takes c6 though. And now bishop takes. I'm not sure about that move. Now we can ask the engine, because I don't like bishop takes c6. So bishop takes c6, I'm not sure about this one. I don't like it. Maybe he should have played bishop c4. Bishop c4, bishop b3 eventually, something like that. You're giving too much power to black. Now let me check with the engine. Actually, I really do want to know. The engine says bishop takes c6. Bishop e2 is not good. Bishop d3, bishop c6, bishop c6. How is that appealing by any way? It's not appealing. Nothing works here. It just doesn't look very good. I don't like bishop takes c6. I just don't like it. Okay. Cover up the stuff again. Knight's being attacked. Moves away and defends g2. Okay, there is a very advanced pawn on e5, but bishop e7. He pushes d4, attacks the knight to tempo. He checks the king, and now practically if you push the g, the bishop attacks your rook. I think just simply black does better here. Let me cover up the evaluation gauge as well. Nothing. Yeah, so now if you go with the g3, this guy is hanging in a corner. It just doesn't look very good. Then you're in check. So that is the moment actually when he moved the king out of check and he got into that thing. Oh, yeah, king on d1. Knight's got to move, but how do you challenge the knight? I would play knight f3 here, I think. Yeah, but there is this. It's knight f2 coming. A lot of threats, his opponent. His opponent played a lot of threats. Chessvish, that's a serious threat. A very serious threat. He played knight h3 with the purpose of stopping knight f2 and also getting the rook to do something, I assume. Castles. Black is doing the attack. So you got two central pawns, but unfortunately for white here, the king and the queen are not on the most ideal place. You can't castle the king. I don't know what you're doing. Moving now the king up in order to desperately try to making some pieces to do something. It's already not looking very good. I don't like it. Check. More check is coming. Queen d7 played by black because now I guess he wants to play something like queen to g4. And let me say hello to my TikTok friends. Sorry guys if I haven't responded to any messages coming via TikTok. I just got the chat box on the restream, so I'm not seeing the others and stuff. So how do you counteract that check coming from the queen? It's just not looking good. Just not looking good. I don't like it. I don't like now white here. I think the d4 move maybe could have been delayed. So yeah, we got to go back and find a better one. It just doesn't look good. Okay, it doesn't look good. I don't like it. Rooks threatened coming, E and F, this thing opening, this is the king, this is the queen. Just doesn't look good anymore. I just absolutely don't like it. I think we're going to go back and we need to reassess this position here. So rather than d4, perhaps knight f3? Because knight f3 actually would stop, so to speak, bishop at least coming. And, you know, you play knight f3, and if there is a check, I want the knight takes, queen takes, g3, but you attack the queen with tempo. Queen's got to move, and then I don't know, move the rook or something. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him if he found a better way to be playing this position here. Now let's find out actually if what does the engine says it's equal provided you do the right stuff. D4, exactly. D4 is not the best stuff. What does the engine say we should have played here? Knight G2. Knight F3, my idea, is the second line of the engine. At least takes care a little bit of the H4 square. The engine says Knight G2. I guess after the check here, what do you play? You push the G? No, you can't. You block with the knight. And if bishop takes, you're going to take with a pawn, opening up the H. Perhaps. Perhaps. Maybe. So let me just play a little bit. Knight G2. And if there is a check here, how do you reply to this? Knight G3, which one? Well, this guy here goes. Okay, Knight G3, not G3. Obviously, the rook is hanging, so Knight G3. And if bishop takes, you're going... Are you going to take with the pawn or the queen? Knight G3. What is the best to take with? Yes, HG. HG is the best. You're opening up this. So if they do castle short, they're going to be having an issue here. Cool stuff. Okay, so that was the stuff. D4 was the bullet stuff he shouldn't have played. Yeah, D4 was the thing. Exactly. That was cool. That was a very cool one, guys. So that was my live coverage. Probably I'm going to do a puzzle or two or looking through the other, perusing through the other games. All right. Okay. Let me refresh the page here. Okay. So Richmond Juniors came second. Congrats to our players with 189 points. Our club guys came second here. Yorkshire being first with 194. You can read on the screen. And Richmond Junior came second. Okay. Very, very nice and very good. What are the games? Let me look at watching perhaps. Or what are the... Oops, that's the TikTok thing. Okay. Right. Anirudh. Okay, let's look quickly. The last game that he played and he lost. He lost versus Toby. Okay, Anirudh was black here. Okay, let's look at the game briefly. Anirudh was black. Okay. Knight f6, bishop b2, d5, so not a problem here. g6, he wants to play a fianchetto. Knight f3, bishop g7, c4. You mustn't take because you activate the bishop. You could castle, play c6, or bishop f5, I guess. You could do this. You could do bishop g4, bishop f5. c6, not a bad one, of course. Theoretical, knight c3, everybody develops their pieces. Castle short, d4, developing stage of the game. Bishop f5. Bishop e2. Of course, white could have played probably bishop d3 as well to opposing the black bishop and forcing them to trade, more or less forcing. Now he plays the knight f6 to e4. I really wonder, perhaps black should have played knight b7? I wonder. Knight b7. Rather than playing the knight twice in the opening. Okay, I get it. Maybe he wants to do a tactic like knight takes, this guy takes, then push c5, or maybe taking first and then push c5. He wants to do something along this dark square diagonal. But it feels a little bit too early, perhaps, to play knight e4 now. Just something... yeah. Is it knight b7? Let's find out what's the best move for black to play here. Let's see. The engine says... amongst others, says knight b7. So I sort of, and also the engine alternates with knight e4. But my understanding is that I should be finishing up the development, exactly as I said, knight b7 first, get all the guys active, and then you clarify some other tactics that are playable. So I was I was correct about my assessment here. Totally knight b7, but he played knight e4. The engine says it's a good move, But I'm on the opinion it's good to get all the pieces to attack. Castles now. Knight bd7 being played now. Now the question is, what happens with this guy here? He actually attacks with knight h4, the bishop on f5. I think you should start trading stuff now. You should start trading. Knight takes c3, attacking the queen with tempo. Queen's got to move, take on e2, and see if you can drop the bishop on e6. That's what springs to mind. So if I was Anirudh here, and if I had the time, I would probably play knight c3. I would attack the queen and the bishop. They either move the queen, or sorry, they take my knight back, obviously, and then I'm playing bishop e6. No. I think it's knight c3 here. Knight c3, you attack with tempo. Knight c3 is the correct move. Let's put it to the test. Knight c3, there you go. That's the move. Yeah. Knight c3, whatever they do, and then you're going to play bishop e6. Yeah, I was right about this. Knight c3. That's not that good because you're creating some weaknesses. You're going to have some double pawns on the f, and I just don't like it very much. It is playable, but I'm not a great fan of. Also, this is an invitation. Long term, he kicks your knight away. Okay, he took now. I'm not sure you should have taken, though. Do you really have to capture? Maybe you don't have to capture. Knight c3, bishop takes. I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Queen c2. Okay, it is still playable. I think it's still playable. Probably the queen would be happy to make it here if you can. And you got to be careful. You mustn't open the dark square diagonal now. If you want to move the king to h and get rook on the g file, you got to be careful about not opening the dark square diagonal. Probably easier said than done. But you mustn't play c5. He played king h8, which I understand why he did it. I understand why he did it. He did it for rook g. Bishop d3. a5. That's not necessary. I think he wasted the tempo here. Probably he shouldn't have done it. I think he needs to look at something with the knight. Either knight h or knight d7 in order to get the queen to do something. Create a bit of pressure there. Or at least some rook g8. So something with the knight. Or rook or something. I would play something with the knight. I'm not sure what just yet. But I'll play something with the knight to open up the queen. Let's find out. DC, says the engine. No, I'm not very keen on DC. Do you know why? I know the engine says many things. Knight h5 is a human-like move. Knight h5, which I suggested, is that kind of move that actually invites the queen on the dark square, and at least you have a direction of attack. And rook g8, which is not the greatest ever, but again, it's a human move. DC wouldn't be my first choice because I'm horrified about opening up the dark square, because that's where my king is. So I'm not a great fan of that. a5. He went for this, okay. I think black queen should have been on h4, though. Rook g8. I understand. He takes. I'm not sure he should have taken. Maybe he should have pushed the pawn, rather. You don't have to just push the pawn, perhaps. So that after you kind of make it with the queen there or something, maybe you stopping the g3 ideas. Anyway, he takes. White is doing a bit better, increasingly, step by step. And now he kind of helped white having this. Okay, I think you probably should take. I don't know. It's difficult. 3-3-6, 4-2-6. The queen doesn't sit very well currently because that's where the rook is. You got to move the queen. Queen should have been here ages ago. F. I'm not sure about the f7 to f5 because you create a weak backward pawn here. The pawn on e6, it's a weak backward pawn. Constantly attack and stuff. So you shouldn't be playing this. You create a weakness and long term is going to cost you. Yeah. And now he wasted another tempo. I mean, just move rook to e8, I guess. At least, you know that if white plays this, you already have a... Probably white wouldn't even bother. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of f5. No. That doesn't make too much sense. Now you got to push the rook back. And yeah, plus when you move the rook, you drop the a5 black pawn now. And I would never put my bishop in a pin. Even if I do, but probably he fought. And he does have some pawns that might be able to support the bishop. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay, let's find out if that was a choice. I mean, I would do it with the half-hearted. I wouldn't be completely into this. Yeah, there is c5, but they may be challenging. What can I say? I guess you kind of can. Let's find out. Bishop d4 is indeed the best and the only move, which he did do. Because probably you gotta push a pawn. Actually, that's a good stuff he did, queen g7. That's quite elegant. Provides defense still and threatening g2 checkmate. I think he did actually the right stuff. But e5, c5 are being given. Queen g7 is sort of humanly understandable. But my ideas with e5, c5 are considered as being the best because you're making sure no one is touching your bishop. So yeah. It's elegant, but okay, you've got to be careful about that bishop. I still think, I still think I think he should have pushed now e5, because if queen takes, there is a checkmate on g2. So he should have pushed e5, I guess. Let me check again. Yes, there you go. The first line of the engine. e5, yeah, e5, and I think I said during the live stream e5. If queen takes, checkmate on g2. That's about it. That was completely unnecessary. And now he got himself executed in this tactic. He got 3 minutes 58 on the clock. e5 was the move. The stuff he did fell into a trap here, because that's why the opponent played this in the first place. They played this to provide defense for the bishop after the rook sacking. And that was it. Yeah, that's the end of. That is the end of. Anyway, well played, Danny Rudd. I'm sure you boys are going to get only stronger. And that was absolutely fabulous. So, guys, thanks for have joined the stream covering the 56th InterCounty team battle. And we'll see you guys next time. Next week, I'm going to be working. And if in the evenings I'll have some available time, we can consider maybe 60 minutes of some stream next week, and actually I think until the 16th of August. So thanks very much, guys, and see